Hey VC, good afternoon. Dave the Pickup Artist with you this Friday afternoon, and I'm chilling like a villain on penicillin, and we're ready to go with the Psychedelic Snack. First I thought we'd go from the West Coast to the East Coast, then across the pond to the UK. So let's climb on board. First we got neighborhood children. They're out of daycare and they're wild on the streets of San Francisco, as you can see. I saw two VCs show this one, so I had to download it on Spotify. I loved it. Great site. Of course, it sounds a lot like Jefferson Airplane. This is a I got the shrink wrap here. This is a Sundays. And look at that sticker. We've got, it was recorded or remastered at Third Man Record in Detroit, and they gave it 5 out of 5 tabs. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is also in colored vinyl, crazy colored vinyl. Look at that. It looks like Walt Disney threw up. Yeah, that was a good pickup. I enjoy this album. I've listened to it several times since I got it. And let's see, we're gonna head east. We're gonna stop in Denver at the Family Dog. This is a Family Dog poster from November 1967. You can see the Family Dog insignia. There's a lot of information below there about ticket information and the venue information. And these nights we have Blue Cheer with Superfine Dandelion opening for them. I've got a few of these posters. They're really cool. And with that, we're going to go to the East Coast and we're going to meet up with Orpheus. This is a Bosstown band. I think that's how it was, how they say it. They started out as a folk duo, the Greenwich Village area. Then they moved to Boston, hooked up with 2 other players, and they formed a kind of a psych band. They kind of sound like the Association a little bit, but they were part of the the Bosstown sound back then. And before they even recorded this album, they were pretty popular, popular enough for some of the better known bands throughout the world to open for them. First, they opened for, well, I don't know if you saw my video from a couple weeks ago. When Big Brother was recording their album in Chicago, they also toured around that area. And they opened for Janis Joplin and Big Brother, the holding company. And here's another poster where they shared a bill with, check this out, Beacon Street Union, Ultimate Spinach, Orpheus, and the Graffiti. How about that, Bill? So after all that exposure, just before they were going to record this album, they got a call from Cream, who were doing their big tour, and they opened for Cream. I don't know, I think at least one date with Cream. Then the Who did their tour. Now, Who was still a little bit green back then. This is 67. And a lot of people in America still never heard of the Who. This is a bill with the good bill. The Who, the Trogs, Orpheus, and the Beacon Street Union. So it's basically Who with 3 Boston bands. Boy, that would have been a great show. Now they said they got to know the Who and they became friends with them. And according to a website I pondered, they said that this was around the time that the Who started smashing their equipment up. But according to one of the members, they said that they used dummy guitars, you know, cheap guitars and stuff like that whenever they did that. They used amps that were all hollowed out, and that was one story I heard. We had a lot of stories. Yeah, you can't find a lot of information about this band on Wikipedia. You have to go to some of the psych sites. Yeah, they were pretty cool. And they recorded about 4 albums. Here's one more poster. If you had $2 and a blanket, you could check out Orpheus and Ultimate Spinach on the Lawn. And they kind of went on throughout until about 72. At one point, they had a young guitar player named, oh gosh, what was the guy's name? Tom Schultz, I believe his name was, who went on to become the guitar player for Boston. And he also created the Rockman guitar item. I think his name is Tom Schultz. Yeah, Boston guitar player. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, that was a great band. It's kind of like, they were kind of like, yeah, like psych pop, like the Fifth Dimension. They were not really in the Who's league. I mean, one of the problems with the album is it was a little bit over orchestrated. A producer named Stephen Lauber, I believe his name was, a popular producer, I think just overproduced this album. Yeah, it's worth having. Just don't pay too much for it. And with that, I was going to show this. I don't know if I showed this before. Psychedelic era, or the psychedelic years. I picked up this CD compilation several years ago. It's a 3 CD set in 2 parts. First CD is American Psychedelic Singles. Most of these I had already heard. We've got a booklet here. I'll show you the booklet in a minute, but we've also got 2 other CDs. The second CD is American Album Classics. These are kind of like the deep cuts and some of the more popular American psych albums. And the third disc is Great Britain. These are English psych bands. We've got, the English part, we've got Donovan, the Yardbirds, Pokel, Harem, Cream, The Faces, Tomorrow, July, to name a few. So yeah, this is very cool. It came with a booklet, very cool booklet with information, no pictures, but we do have pertinent information about the band. And just like it. And there's also a second one too. There's a second one. I've not been able to find it. It's very rare, as is this one. I've never been able to find another copy of this one, but yeah, this is one of my favorite CD psych compilations. And with that, we're gonna go across the pond. And I love 10 Years After. I think I've got all their albums now. A lot of them you can find in the dollar bin in very good condition, so they're not hard to find, except for one. Their first album is very hard to find for under $60. I found this one for a lot less than that. And yeah, we got 10 Years After's first album. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Nice psychedelic cover. Yeah, this is Alvin Lee and Company. They're a 4-piece. I don't have the glare. But yeah, I love this. This is just raw psychedelic blues rock. Great guitar work by Alvin Lee. Also, Great organ work too. The organ player is, I believe it was Mike Vernon, I believe. The original insert. And of course, it's on Darren. This is a very good copy. No problems at all with it. I like it. Sounds great. And didn't pay that much for it. So you can't beat that. And let's see, that's about all I got this time around. I hope everybody's doing well and staying cool. It's getting hotter outside. And I hope to have another video real soon. I had a couple great pickups today at a Goodwill, including a Holy Grail. So be on the lookout for another video soon from me. And I will see you again. Take care.